Yes, hello, Mr. Sampson, Dante, Vince, Weaver. I know you're fucking listening. Passion fruit. I have good news and I have bad news. The good news is I'm developing a new non-lethal quarantine measure along with a delightful young fellow known as Zachary, and that is the Lightning Gate. Threatening name, non-threatening device. Basically, if you're infected, you can pass through the Lightning Gate. Sorry, if you're infected, you can't pass through the Lightning Gate. Sorry, slip of the tongue. I've been out all day. I'm incredibly tired. It pushes you back into the infected zone, whereas if you're healthy, you can go through fine. Seems like a simple proposal, and it is, unfortunately, due to it having to screen the entire body and generate the lightning field necessary. Basically, it takes a lot of power to get it going. Don't worry, just drinking this human food, it makes me feel uneasy, but it's so damn tasty. I haven't got the plague, don't worry. So, Weaver, I know you're listening. If you are willing to trade the resources needed to build lightning gates, I and my team, who will be the only ones who still know how to build them, I'm not letting you get hold of technology like this, will be willing to help build them throughout the city, as well as give you the early data. Unfortunately, I doubt the early days is going to be much use, considering the damn thing's mutating. That's the bad news. Yes, it seems weird. I know it's impossible, but the best I can describe it is a bacteria-virus hybrid. It has the traits of a bacteria, being hardy, resistant to a lot of environments, but it's mutating at an incredibly rapid rate. For all I know, the symptoms aren't going to stay the same for very long. And I doubt it'll give people 16 days before they start dying for much longer. So, unfortunately, this means we're going to have to get things sorted quickly before it advances to it mutates to a more advanced state. Now then, what else do I have to say? Oh, yes. I'm going to start organising supply drops into the infected zones, because if we don't officially quarantine off the Worm District, most nominally the northern slums, it's going to spread into the Weaver Zone, it's going to spread into the Hero-controlled zone, and it's going to be a nightmare. It's going to be an apocalypse again, except this time it's something we can't exactly fight. So then, Weaver, I leave it up to you. If you come through with the resources, I'll come through with the gates. With this mutation, I'm advising anybody close to me who is of human or at least non-undead descent, either go to my house or to the newly operated quarantine hospitals. It'll be the best places for you. Now, a more solemn word on this mutation. I'm giving it about 3 days before it starts to mutate again. So we need to get the quarantine set up before then, preferably, because by all my calculations, according to this data, this mutation is going to spread even faster. And with each mutation, it's going to mutate again and again. It seems to be one step ahead of us. It's like it knows we're coming. So, Weaver, this isn't a declaration of peace. We're still going to kick you out of this city eventually. But until then, I believe we must work together. Like, I don't know, Americans and Russians in World War II. But until then, I'm going to have to sign off due to the fact that I have the next influx of patients at Clinic B soon. The first Lightning Gate prototype should be set up and ready for demonstration within a few days. Supply drops will be getting started as soon as I can get hold of a cargo plane. The Ice Mercenaries are going to be in the city by tomorrow. And Unit, Miss Crawfield, if you're watching, your input would be greatly appreciated. Until then, Dr. Roach signing off. Stay safe.